All right, good morning. It is 9:33 a.m. and we're going to convene the February 6th, 2024 RPRC meeting. The first item of business is the adoption of the January 16th, 2023. Well, that should be 2024.
I'll make that
Minutes.
motion.
Second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Just let me get that. Sue Geffen. All and no. Okay. First up is 7 Evergreen Row. We don't have anyone in the waiting room for that one, so let's.
I know that company.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
That's a White House on the right.
Yep,
So,
and we approved it actually, a while ago.
yeah.
So let me pull up and I'll show you what they're doing. It's very minor. Sue, you'll probably be the most interested in this one.
No, I think.
So we approved the addition, second floor addition, I believe, for this house. And what we're proposing is to modify the front elevation for the most part. And there was a small entry portico limited to this piece originally. And now they're extending the porch along the frontage portion of it. It looks much better.
Yes.
It's a big improvement. So let me just pull up my memo to see if I have any comments. Oh, actually, I have it here. It's not clear where the house will be considered a 4-bedroom house by the health department. It's recommended building department for our health department to confirm adequacy of the septic system. Okay, that's just a carryover from our original approval. But yeah. Everyone okay with this?
Yeah.
Same thing, health department carry on, but it's the road.
All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to building department.
I'll second. Yep.
Sue got it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, no. Go to Hadley. See who Melissa is. Melissa, which application are you here for?
Sorry, can you hear me? 7 Evergreen Row.
Oh, we just approved it.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I was
Yeah,
about to change my name on here. It's Costerich. No, but
Okay, yeah, so next step is to just file the building permit applications and we'll submit a determination letter that will be posted this afternoon on the RPRC webpage.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
So you're all, yep, you're all set. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Okay, 7, I mean, 1 Hadley is next. We have the property owner here. Howard, good morning. Why don't you just tell the committee what's being proposed and why it's being proposed? I think our biggest issue is with all of this new work is in a wetland buffer, so just give us a little bit of background as to what's going on.
Kind of view the plans from there.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull- Okay. Howard, you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry. I picked a spot which was on the, set down at the lowest point of the property where it's kind of like tucked in by itself with the landscape architect, and kept it as far away, kept it the required distance from the buffer zone so that it would be fine. If it needs to be moved a little closer to the house or a little closer to the west, we certainly can adjust that.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Why do you say that you didn't need a wetlands permit?
No. No, I didn't say it didn't need a
Oh.
wetland permit.
Oh,
We
okay.
tried to keep it away from the wetlands, which is where the landscape architect placed it, because we have a whole planting plan that's already been approved by the town for, for the wetlands. So we kind of was putting it in front of that.
Got it. Yeah, but what we want you to do is keep it 100 feet from the wetlands, so you don't need a wetlands permit. That would make the most sense.
If I put it 100 feet, it's in my house.
Well, why not on the terrace that's at the back of the house?
I don't want it on the terrace. I want it so it's separate. You're saying that I have to move it
Why
100
is that?
feet from the wet.
Yeah.
Why don't I?
Yeah, typically that's
What-
what would occur for recreational structures like this. Especially because there's a viable alternative, right? It's not unusual at all to have a hot tub, near the terrace.
Yeah. I'd rather it be separate so that it's away from the terrace. It's
Okay.
just much more enjoyable than
Got
being on the terrace. It's kind of like, it's not a pool, but it's kind of almost like, people, when you have a pool in your backyard, you want to go where it's a little sanctuary, and I have the
Yeah.
property, so I want to be able to make it so it's kind of like a little destination and it's not on top of the house.
Yeah, I got it.
Where's the buffer line? Is that the dash line?
You'll see it.
Is it an in-ground?
Let's
Or
see,
above
was it a
ground?
different
Yes,
one?
it's an in-ground hot tub.
Let me see.
No
if I-
different than, you can really, if it makes it easy, it's just an in-ground hot tub. It's just small little plunge place to sit out in the backyard where you kind of feel like you're not part of the house, that you're secluded. I'm going to put buffers of plants between me and the neighbors because I'm in the landscaping business. So I'm going to have, all evergreens, making it a little private backyard.
Sounds great.
Come on over. Love to have the company.
Yeah, it's right in here. Go to the house.
These things are. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
That's the.
Yeah.
That's the buffer?
Wow.
Can you just do it again one more
In
time?
the house.
Yes.
Yeah, so we approved the reconstruction of the house. We gave them a yard and allowed them to build the terrace. Some of it was in the buffer. See? So here's the buffer.
So how much existing, the patio in the house, the terrace in the house, what's that square footage?
I don't know.
That's gonna be calculated.
Right.
Yeah,
That's-
the square footage is much less. The amount of, buildable area is much less. We had enough room to put in a big pool. So for the hot tub, it's much less than we needed.
Yes, right. You're under the maximum gross land coverage for sure. The
Thank
issue
you,
is,
that's the word.
yeah, it's just a constrained lot with these wetlands and the buffers on them. I get, we have to decide who wants to.
I think, Adam, the
Yeah.
nature of when you approve these houses where the wetland buffer is built into part of the house, you are inevitably opening yourself up to the possibility of a recreational amenity in the buffer.
Hmm.
And I don't think it's unreasonable for someone to come back and say, hey, look, this is in the buffer, but my house was approved in the buffer. It's a recreational amenity. I
We
think
usually don't.
it's somewhat reasonable.
Okay.
We usually don't accept, like you're saying, a pool or an amenity in the buffer.
Well, I mean, if he presents a mitigation plan that's
Well, he's got to,
acceptable,
So,
give us
so then
the
we have to decide who the appropriate approval authority is. It can be an admin wetland permit, which is just the town engineer. We could do an admin wetlands permit with the conservation board or the planning board.
I'd like to see him come with us.
I can see that. I actually don't really feel like planning to see this, Adam, to be
Okay.
honest. I just don't think planning needs to see this. I think if the conservation board is okay with this, then I think this is reasonable to fly. Are those infiltrators in the ground next to the property for storm water? Wow.
For the original approval.
Wow.
Yes, it is still, yes, it is. sir.
Answer this, how come the pathway, and maybe it's just a drawing, but why doesn't the pathway finish to the house?
I don't want it to be to the house. Like, I'm trying to make it, because there's gonna be all landscaping around. It's kind of be like it's hidden by itself. You got your own little place to just
Okay,
disappear on your property.
misunderstanding me, Howard. I mean, when you step off the back of your terrace, are you gonna walk on the grass to the
Yeah.
pathway
Yes.
to the spa?
Yes,
Okay,
It's a destination.
I know, but I mean, it
But-
just strikes me that, especially in the off season, he may want to bring that path to the steps and be able to
it's gonna,
walk from.
the off season, it's gonna be closed.
All right, okay.
All right, so.
And where are you putting the equipment?
The equipment I would probably put on the side of the house, on the east side of the house, hidden so you don't see it.
Well, you should
We're
show
gonna
that
put
on
a
the plan, because that could affect your offside. Is that your side yard offset line? Where's the side yard setback line?
Right here.
I think there's enough room to put it over there, but if against the house on,
Maybe, yeah, I don't know where that line is exactly.
I
Might
mean,
have
if you'd like me to, resubmit that, I certainly can do that.
I think the
No,
building,
you'll have to do that when you submit to the conservation board and the building department.
Why is it?
Okay.
Yeah, without all the other stuff on it.
Okay,
We need to know where the stormwater stuff is.
And it's really like a small little area also.
All right, so,
He's gonna need total square footage of. this-
yeah, he's gonna have to do that.
And a 2-to-1 mitigation plan.
right,
Yep. So I'll make a motion to process this as an administrative wetlands permit with conservation board review. Anyone want to second that?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Uh,
Okay, so next stop will be to prepare the plans for the conservation board and appear in front of them.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, and how often do they get together?
they meet once a month.
Third Tuesday of.
Beautiful.
Okay? And we'll post
We
the
get
next
to-
steps.
Is
and
next, is
determination.
March a feasible thing?
What's that? What was that, Howard?
Uh,
Okay, all right. All right, take care, guys. CD approval. Next is 75 Hickory Kingdom. Let me pull up those plans. Okay, so a couple things going on here. One is the relocation of the curb cut to improve site distance and relocation of the curb cut to enable the construction of a gate. So what the applicant is proposing to do is install an 8-foot deer fence along the whole perimeter of the property. They've been traumatized. Their son was the one who was attacked by the bear, if you recall, in the news. So, they just they feel that this will provide some sense of protection, right? How much that will do for a bear, I don't know, but this is what they want to do, and that's the motivation behind it. There's a stream that's located in the front, or not a stream, a potential stream or a drainage ditch. I don't know what it is. That's something Kellard's gonna have to take a look at. And they'll have to cross it and put a culvert in to get the new driveway, in there. Mostly this is an engineering comment. Oh, the other comment I have is that, they're proposing the 8-foot fence directly along the front property line. That's not permitted. The code says that has to be 25 feet off the front setback, so they'll have to revise it.
Why aren't they doing a 6-foot deer fence? Oh, no,
It's
deer
gotta be
fence is
8
normally 6, they're 8?
No,
8 feet,
normally, yeah.
8 feet.
And our code permits an
Okay.
8-foot mesh deer
Alright.
fence. So they can do
Definitely
it.
hold back any bear.
Yeah,
Or
that's
deer.
what I'm saying, they're close.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's deer set.
Fire, Adam?
Wait, hold on.
He'll just go like this. Wow.
Yeah, that's,
Brian is here. He's the engineer. Brian, how are you?
Good. Oh, perfect timing.
Yeah. Right, we're on. You're on. Good to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Good to see you.
hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hey guys, everybody.
So I just gave a little background of what's going on or what the motivation is to do this. Explained everything. I guess, we'll let Steven in, okay? Any engineering issues you want to talk
Just
about?
stormwater calculations, the sizing of the culvert pipes going, under the driveway.
Yep.
Mitigate the 25-year storm, the impervious surface. And I think sightlines, we gotta see sightlines.
Yes, for sure.
Those are the major.
All right, so I
Right.
guess the question is, how do you want to process this? More likely, it's gonna need a wetlands permit. Want to deal with it.
How much is the, what is the,
Disturbance?
No, disturbance.
It's not that much, Brian. What would you say? A few hundred? Well, yeah, I'd say a few hundred square feet.
Few hundred, yeah, of wetland disturbance, and then it's
Yeah.
all in the buffer.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're kind of mimicking. It goes under the road. It's lawn now. So it's a unique scenario, but we're trying to make things better. And there's not much we can do to avoid the wetland buffer. There's anything we do, we're in the buffer. And yeah, like I missed the overview, but the whole intent of moving the driveway was for safety, to provide the gates, and to improve the sight lines, because right now you kind of dump off the road right into the motor court there.
Yeah, sight lines aren't great there at all.
Not ski switch on.
Yeah, I have noted it. So next steps, how do you want to deal with it?
Does he have room for 2-to-1 mitigation?
Sure.
Okay. That, a plan for that? He needs a permit, right? Permit.
Yep.
I don't know if we have to go out there to see it.
It's a good idea. I
Yeah.
think you should see
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Right, does the planning board want to see?
I don't
this?
think the planning
so,
board needs
right?
to see this.
So do you want to handle it the same way?
Yes.
Administrative
Yeah.
wetland
Yeah.
permit, have the conservation
Yeah,
board
well,
bless it?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Actually, I know this property now. I don't think,
Yeah.
I think this is a huge improvement. I don't see why.
Yeah. and David, you weren't here when we were talking about the fence, the deer fence location along Hickory Kingdom. You can't have
Yes.
it's within 25 feet of the front yard, so you have to pull that back.
Okay.
All right, so then I'll make a motion to send this to the building department with an admin's wetland permit review with conservation board review.
Where's the property line?
Right here,
Oh, okay, so that's the property line.
yeah, they're putting it float right behind the property, see the fence? Anyone want to second that?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, so we'll post this determination letter later today. That'll have your next steps to go to the conservation board. And then after that, you'll be able to pull the permits. Now, Rob, you had a comment? You want, what was you saying? No, nothing. You're good?
Property line.
All right. Any questions on your end?
Nope, all set.
Okay.
Great.
All right, thanks.
Thank you,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
See you, Brian.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna adjourn this meeting at 9 AM.
That was quick.
Yeah. With CD. All right, so a couple went to you, Craig. All right, so thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah.
And then-
Did you get